house. All they wants to win. They think that I'm running out. We bring money in. I ain't never lost a day since I chose to win. See that you don't love me now. You ain't love me then. Never seen a jot it down. But they let us spin.
Yeah, we on the video check-in.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. It's the Suki Sook and
the Coco China doll. Check it.
So we on the video check-in. Check it out. And we'll be back in 30 minutes, y'all.
This the covenant. Feels like a coward's budgeted. Here they come again. Profits looking better with the bills. That's the government. Got your shorty head over the hill. Got you running it. Motor! Betty got my money spent. All they wants to win. She still gotta pay the house. All they wants to win. They think that I'm running out. We bring money in. I ain't never lost a day since I chose to win. I'm getting a deal. I'm getting a guy like the gecko. Ain't no more grabbing. Ain't no more shopping for popping apparel. She copping the top just to take it off. Plus I might rob a dinero. Captain been saving me so she ain't no honor for heroes. She copping the tilted as long as the middle. She getting high as zero. High as zero. Copping so bright like I'm hot in the air. Making it harder than hell. Harder than hell. What you say? My bitch on the top of the tittle. What you say? My bitch on the top of the tittle. I'm on some shit you should try, nigga. Hold up this shit and get you too high, nigga. All of that shit you denied, nigga. Got a drink in your ride lit up. You think your bitch is too fly, nigga? Just took a trip to Dubai with her. You think your bitch is too fly, nigga? Just took a trip to Dubai with her. Diddy got my money spent. All they wants to win. She still gotta pay the house. All they wants to rent. They think that I'm running out. We bring money in. I ain't never lost a day since I chose to win. Since I chose to win.
Hey, what's up? This is Suki Sook. Some of you may know me and some of you may not. But for those of you who do know me, I'm back. Real Talk After Dark Radio, your host Suki Sook, where the community and the unsigned get shot.
Swamp City music, bitches.
Juno, get the racks.
This shit just beats now.
Swamp City.
Gang. FGM World Takeover. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hard head, we don't listen. Talk shit, we all flipping. Diamonds now, my neck glistening. Pocket stuff with old Benjis. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hard head, we don't listen. Talk shit, we all flipping. Diamonds now, my neck glistening. Pocket stuff with old Benjis.
Wait a minute, little fifth up. Beef with us, better grip up. We gon' send this whole shit up. Milwaukee for the big bucks. Game pull up and we all dead. Never slipping though we war ready. All deep, we in all Chevys. Niggas bitches like Tyler Perry. Shoot a nigga out the window. Scrape a nigga like a Brillo. Say the real, don't say they real, but bitch, I'm too official. Got an issue, get a tissue. Rather that than a pistol. Bullets rip through your tissue. Better book it if I miss you. Sorry, shorty, I don't miss you. Mad, I ain't wanna kiss you. Shorty, I don't wanna diss you. You let it talk what you live through. Free my niggas that God sent us. Niggas snitches should've sent a sentence. Heard you glitching and I won't forget it. Load the clip and keep it cold and steady. Do this shit like this shit a hobby. Catch a nigga slipping in his lobby. I'ma smurder through nobody. Shotty ripping through his fucking body. Niggas know how I'm rocking. Hop out with the gang. Send shots to your brain. Turn your head to low man. Got my hitters on standby. Real shit making mans cry. Beam on me, get a tan line. Pizza hitting niggas scam time. Niggas better get low. I'ma call big bro. He gon' let shit go. Chopper out the window. I'm a savage, you ain't know. 21 with the pole. Hit a bro, it's a go. Out niggas on the floor. You could get it for the low. Blow you up like some smoke.
It's Chino Dula, not hype star. Big savage, no life's hard. I ride with 40s for the safeguard. My niggas ain't nothing like y'all. When I say I'm with the Swamp City, I'll put a nigga in the swamp, really. Tell them niggas stay alert. That's soon talk him with a hearse. I introduce your niggas to the clip. Hundreds in my pocket like a couple crips. Came from nothing, not a struggle fit. Shorty see my dick, wanna double dip. I don't need a wife, she my honey dip. Always keep it 50, who you funny with? When I let it go, who you ducking with? Swamping best by far, who I come and get. Chasing bands, getting dough, that'll never stop. We the ones who gon' make it hot. 1738, I ain't Fetty Wap. Bullets leave them down like a petty pop. Niggas is different than you. Cooking whip it, trying to stick to the stew. Niggas watch me, ain't no point of your view. 30 at him, he don't know what to do. Hype Chino need SSI. I just take the bacon every better side. Niggas fuck with me cause that's the better side. Snake floating to the heaven skies. Plotting up on a hunt now. Debo when I come round. When I'm throwing bullets, they'll touch down. Niggas getting low to that gun sound.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hard head, we don't listen. Talk shit, we all flipping. Diamonds now, my neck glistening. Pocket stuff with old Benjis. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hard head, we don't listen. Talk shit, we all flipping. Diamonds now, my neck glistening. Pocket stuff with old Benjis.
This is for my niggas in the kitchen. Blue flaming it, chefing it, and whipping it until I pops on the gold. Yeah, I'm getting it. All about my chicken like Kennedy fried. It's like time. I'm on that dial high, and my visions is dollar signs. So it's fuck you pay me violating your parents die. I'll do them dirty like Malachi. Yeah, I'm wavy and I fly. Fly the chili fly, slip off the top of mine is heater. And the heart stay cold in a deep freezer. I'm just a regular nigga, and I just eat it on a few divas. I'm talking few liters, down cheaper to my eyes low. Super fly and my super dry. Sport denim with the work in them. Off the hip, put the work in them. You could die. Now.
Wait a minute. You ain't think I was gonna rip this? Like a big bitch with big lips. The boy soup on his body shit. Talk slick, that's a hot kid. Shots flying like it's New Year's. Brains all over your new gear. What you thought it's gonna be here? My boys and niggas ready for anything. Nigga, I really mean anything. They getting guns when the season change. And treat the streets like the gun range. You bitch niggas don't want it. So please stop all the fronting. Cause all I gotta do is make one phone call, nigga, and it's off with your muffin. Say with your chest, little nigga. Hope you got a vest, little nigga. What the fuck I'm talking? I'm gonna give a headshots out to these niggas. Wait a minute. Who wanna be the next victim? Please to make me my victim. Let my dogs loose sick them. They say the boys too ballin'. I'm the point of James Harden. Riding out in the falling. Never see so spoiling.
Y'all niggas don't want it. Your bitch is whack, she be on it. That pussy whack, I be on it. Kick around in the morning. Yeah, niggas, we on it. Got the butter blue bonnet. Masked up green hornets. Don't get caught up in the moment. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Y'all niggas ain't winning. Talking bread, you ain't spending. We flip this paper like a gymnast. You start shit and we end this. Y'all niggas pussy Bruce Jenner. This fully old and extended. Creep around in them fan of things. Got the recipe, niggas out of range. I'm out of sight and I'm out of range. Marvel Universe, Doctor Strange, Daniel Wayne's, Major Pain. Chopped up, body stain. Black eyes when that metal bangs. Chopped up, make the kettle sing. Cock it, reload it. Then pop it off for my brodies. Nigga pat it up like a goalie. I swear to God I'll leave you holy, huh?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hard head, we don't listen. Talk shit, we all flipping. Diamonds now, my neck glistening. Pocket stuff with old Benjis. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hard head, we don't listen. Talk shit, we all flipping. Diamonds now, my neck glistening. Pocket stuff with old Benjis.
It's
Josh is Dawn. 2020 coming different. Like I always talk about a bill, cause I'm by my Benjamins. Real recognize real, so real niggas feeling this. Any beat, I'm killing it. Throw it all to play, and I'ma show you what a dinner is. Guarantee I finish it. Try to get this money, so I put a lot of side. Got right on my bully, and it's pressure I apply. Ain't nobody in my bracket lyrical as I. Beat 9 before with me in the booth collide. This is study year, so tell these niggas it's over. When a whack nigga glow, it's hard to keep it composure. If I'm in a party, you won't know I got a toaster. Cause when niggas get the tweaking, I'm the one to keep it kosher. I gotta keep it settled, he won't know what he approaching. One move over top, spill him like a soda. My stomach shots make him drop, fill all up his colon. So I tell these niggas they ain't rapping with me. I got a reason to make it, so I gotta be focused. If the deal not a mill, I don't want the proposal. Cause these lyrics is golden, and I feel like I'm chosen. So my foot on niggas next until I get that exposure. Until they give me that light, the beats on every track is coming out. These labels gonna come to me, I ain't about to hunt them down. I ain't giving runarounds, I'ma just be bugging out. If nobody love me then, bet they about to love me now. Underrated at its finest, I'm taking all advice, why hate my critics, yeah I love them instead. Even when they showing hate, I just gotta be mindful. Everybody got a point, so I gotta be watchful. Let them keep it 100, don't let it get to your skin. Keep on working, keep grinding, guarantee you gon' win. Always say to myself, don't let them get to your skin. Keep on working, keep grinding, guarantee you gon' win. And that's what niggas don't get, they get critiqued and they mad at me. And they got the audacity, trying to fill my capacity. All this stuff it come naturally, but I don't let it flatter me. I just smile at them gladly, use their head as a battery. Back and forth, I don't do them much, I'm a better dude. If a chick, I'm just trying to double up my revenue. Or go, I will never say it, I just let them choose. They ain't have no faith in me, now I'm on a pedestal. Josh the dog, babe, I just already know how I'm covered, chitty, man. Get with it or get left. Ain't no nigga by age doing it, that's a fact.
May God be with you all. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Tonight, yeah, the pigs wanna microphone me. Lord.
Swamp City, New Age. Wanted, dead or alive, niggas, I'm ready to die. Parental discretion advised, so cover your eyes. This 45, I'll push your forehead to the side. The devil may cry, cut him and gun him with knives, cut him and gun him alive. Swinging, torn, as I stuff him in pies, come back and I buck him in 5. Guy, stumbling, dying and mumbling, why? I don't know why. Fuck him and tuck him goodbye. Chucky, a Mr. Good Guy. Trust me, them bullets will fly. Put you in the suit and the tie. Now you're food for the flies. Chasing my niggas, there's no way to hide. Chasing these niggas, but they thoughts in the sky. No faking my nigga, we taking my nigga. From the Louis the 5, I'm ready to willing to die. I'm not gonna lie. All for the piece of the pie. Who can it be? In the old black V, red dot, I got him. This breeze don't make me angry, Mr. McGee. You niggas, y'all not in my league. Camouflage all I can be. Niggas, I fuck with these streets nightmares when I'm clutching the seat. Got your bitch in the tongue and she touching the feet when I'm pulling and tucking the weed. Who can it be? Swamp City, when I'm palm really mark for this. Stick the cigar when it's all mini. Tear right through your artery. League of a short, every man, Sean Connery. Joe Carazol, follow me. AK bypass through your bones and your artery. Hot slug, niggas swallow these. High speed getaway, turn your brains into pottery.
We gonna first tonight. Yeah. The pigs wanna Michael Brown me. Lord, I put my hands screaming, I can't breathe. Lord, my niggas gonna personate. Yeah, Lord.
American most, sick in the head, Mr. Crook in the flesh, all my friends call me Fred. Nigga, we rep that blue and the red. Nigga, we bang, put two in your neck. Fuck how you feel, had no regrets. Raiming a death when the S-Lock connects. Hannibal left, show some respect. Arm, fist, and bullet go straight through your vest.
Drunk up the Henny, just in the blur. Behavior disturbed, revenge of the nurse. Straight for the swamp, nigga, Jason emerge. Murder, kill, mask up like a purse. Dressed on the black with the mask on the curves. Clapping them birds, putting in work. Turned up niggas, damn on alert. Got your bitch in the club with my hand up a skirt. Damn, I'm a flirt, making a squirt. Back shots, got it screaming, goddamn it, it hurt. D-Money, my nigga, my family curse. Caught back in a squeeze, I'm a man of my words, but your man in the hearse, man of the worst. Corny ass niggas that get on my nerves, so I flip them the bird, go up berserk, poke them and stab, see the blood on my shirt. Tumble in dirt, the songs I fumble in words. Spots I'm coming in first. Trust me, the gun they were burst. No time to converse. Now your family is coming to church, killing this verse. Vampires, I'm quenching my thirst. Watching your blood vessel burst, hitting where it hurts. Have you lived from these bitches? I ain't talking straight dirt. In state of emerge. Maya's on the date of my birth. As long as I kill on my first. Legend protecting my turf. I'm Will Smith with the future on way off this earth. Way off this earth.
We're gonna first tonight. Yeah. The pigs wanna Michael Brown me. Lord, I put my hands screaming, I can't breathe. Lord, my niggas gonna personate. Yeah, Lord.
Motor Sport. 2-1, 2-1. Swago. Yeah. I broke through the gates at the bottom. I had the key, I set them free, I let them escape from the bottom. They never could say I forgot them. Spotlight on the diamond, Big Apple got me riding. Work. On my Steve Jobs, swear I should clock it, Used to hustle in the lobby, still a couple steps behind me. Motor. Not a hustle, can you find me? Still a slay a couple thotties. Motor. Pie head till I drop dead. I do not fuck with no mollies. Don't want no fuck shit around me. I'm here for the brain, I can't fall in love with a zombie. Got the riches, now I'm rowdy. Jack the beat and then I'm outie. Turn this bitch into a robbery. Get too crazy, it's a homie. Bang, bang. Get too crazy, it's a homie. Bang, bang. Get too crazy, it's a I got your chick smoking Valley, trips in the Cali. Love when she whip the Denali. She on the mission with daddy, send up the Addy. She fall in line with the bitches I tally. The bitches a baddie, couple of blondes, couple brunettes and it varies. No time just to tune in with Jerry. You be a fool to compare me. Fuck up the booth, do you hear me? Lose it, get buried. Squeezing the juice out the berry. Motor Sport. Squeezing the juice out the berry. Fight back. Thought you was losing it, right? I black. Hitting the streets, I'm dodging the blue and the whites. My flow like my bitch is unique. No such thing as two of a kind. I'm drilling this shit in her head. I'm just trying to screw with her mind. Boom. That's the the sound of the beamer. Never seen a series cleaner. Switching the V up, switching the V up, switch up. And the place say we live. Fuck a renty nigga, these mines. Dollar bills, dollar bills. All green like street signs. Yo, shit isn't loudy. I take one pull in this shit and get cloudy. This shit was just lousy. Numbers look right, I'ma fuck up the county. Fuck up the county. My shit on the milli, liable to fuck up the city. I know they do not want any. This is the bread for the strippers. I throw every penny. See, I'm with the bitch that was headstrong. This why you niggas get stepped on. Ain't worth a dime when the check gone. If you think that they living, you dead wrong. Count up the Benjamins, the Benjamins. I ain't even 2 minutes in. Niggas know that I'm a menace. Go and tell them Motor did the shit. Count up the Benjamins, the Benjamins. I ain't even 2 minutes in. Niggas know a menace did the shit. Go and tell them Motor did the shit. Yeah. 2-1, 2-1. Motor. Go and tell them Motor did the shit. Go and tell them Motor did the shit. Turn up the volume down. Children are loud. Turn up the volume, bass on thump, don't bump like Swago. Work for a day, go soon I done my up my payroll. Down go phrase roll, shots I throw, go win no praise roll. How about you know, how about Chanel, just like cable. Don't do blow my cane like Abel. Strain my Mary Jane, one puff, my brain go. Picture this, all by angles. Shots still fly, no call by angels. Shooting stars can fault my aim, bro. Man, no vid, don't chat, won't tango. You just been a rap on tango. Hold the sport, that's my gango. 212, that's my gango. We too lit, where they can't go. If you ask about it, they know. Huh. Keep up the beat, no Sosa Geeka. Let me prepare my toast, my cheese up. This a Picasso, Mona Lisa. Man, I work. She wanna hold my visa. I just throw my feet up. Every time they see us, this is how they treat us. Motorsport, that's my gango. 212, that's my gango. Who the hell are you? You're not gango. Who the hell are you? You're not gango. Motorsport, that's my gango. 212, that's my gango. Who the hell are you? You're not gango. You're not gango. Gango temporize, let it brew. Gango let it fly, let it flew. Gango money in the air, and I bet it's blue. Gango money in the air, and I bet it's blue. You got this bitch like screwed up. I married the streets. Let me go pick my boo up. Motor guys got a motor high. Motorized and the shit might shoot up. Must be high. Think you can hit my Buddha. Dug it. See ya, skeeter, take it to kick it to scooter, bro. Live on the block and it beautiful. Used to be boxing in cubicle. Working for workers, but knew the most. Make a mistake, you'll be replaced. Don't tell the shifters, now you the boss. Most of the time it's just who you know. I know I don't know nothing. Tell you different, they bluffing. Came up from nothing and put it to function. This paper can start a discussion. No interruption. I did what they doesn't. I did what they wasn't. I string them along if they playing the puppet. And all of this money, no skimming the budget. But hold on. Motorsport, that's my gango. 212, that's my gango. Who the hell are you? You're not gango. You're not gango. Motorsport, that's my gango. 212, that's my gango. Who the hell are you? You're not gango. You're not gango.
Motorsports, nigga. We outside. Bow, nigga. We outside.
Fucking strip, block, hugging it. Housing got me trapping out the house. This the covenant.
I get the rich and get busy. I'm on a mission to kill you. They think they gripping it with me until they gripping the Achilles. I'm just a bitch to be home. When I pay the streets, roll. Tell them make space for me. Boom, smoking some shit.
Who are you to know what's up with them? 2 and 2 and code a fucking trend. I can feel black and he'll go dumb again. A dime. I don't have nickels or dimes. Maybe one day when I'm fucked up, but you still gotta give me some time. Money come back to
Turn up the volume, bass on thump, don't bump like Swago. Work for a day, go soon, I done might up my payroll.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know you drive me.
Oh, you know your love, it drives me crazy. I really wanna be your lady. You know I wanna be your lady. Yeah. Oh, you know your love, it drives me crazy. I really wanna be your lady. You know I wanna be your lady.
The mood you got me in has me feeling a different type of special. You don't look at her the way you look at me. You make me feel like I'm the one. Constantly you're on my mind. Sometimes I even want to call you, but I can't find the strength within myself to say the words to you. You know you drive me crazy, crazy, crazy. You know you drive me crazy, crazy, crazy.
Back it up, back it, back it up, girl. Sing it on the left then. Deal with the big bike like a yen yen. Bossy new style, let me see you say trend. Money there so you no see the thing a extend. Takatik, bubble for me quick. Cut the girl, what a body tick. Do no shift, me a wanna split. Mini skirt, mini a feel it. Takatik, bubble for me quick. Cut the girl, what a body tick. Do no shift, me a wanna split. Mini skirt.
Constantly I want to love you. Every time I see you walking down the street, and your eyes lock into mine. Every night I lay my head on my pillow. You know your love, it drives me crazy.
Apart from life where we live that greatest gift that inna the G-string of the gift rap. Me a chick that rougher than a big block. Was it smooth? Me a hammer like a big rock. Even if it hairy like a pig back. Me a like a disc jack. Key and a nice gal them have the thing lock. Buck na gal them a no riff rap. Takatik, bubble for me quick. Cut the gal, what a body tick. Do no shift, me a bun a split. Mini skirt, mini a feel it. Takatik, bubble for me quick. Cut the girl, what a body tick. Do no shift, me a bun a spliff. Mini skirt.
Oh, you know your love, it drives me crazy. I really wanna be your lady. You know I wanna be your lady. Yeah. Oh, you know your love, it drives me crazy. I really wanna be your lady. You know I wanna be your lady.
Hey.
Takatik, bubble for me quick. Cut the girl, what a body tick. Do no shift, me a bun a split. Mini skirt, mini a feel it. Takatik, bubble for me quick. Cut the girl, what a body tick. Do no shift, me a bun a split. Mini skirt.
The mood you got me has me feeling different. Your hands so strong, your love so strong. I always find myself thinking about you. Look at me, look at you, look at me, look at you, baby. Baby, your love is driving me crazy, crazy. Crazy, you know it's driving me crazy, 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 and everything you know you know your love drives me crazy. I really wanna be your lady. You know I wanna be your lady. Yeah.
Hey. And let it go just like that. Fire. Yeah, that was the remix with Vibes Cartel. You know, they always try to turn it into the reggae mix.
Turn it up.
Yes. What's up, Coco? What's going down?
Oh, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Trying to hang in there. Sure.
Yeah, I was still shoveling today.
This snow got me drowsy.
Tell me
You
about
know,
it.
that got me very drowsy. So, what's going on tonight? Who we got on tonight?
Oh,
How did you like the video check-in? I know we had some wild, unexpected videos on there, you know, but
good.
we want to send a shout out to Swamp City, you know.
Swamp City.
You want to purge tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Swag Boogie.
Yes, yes.
No,
Yes.
nice mix. Nice
Yes.
blend.
Yes. All right. Chief is here.
The chief is here. The chief
Yes,
is
the
here.
chief is here. The chief is here. The chief is here. The chief is here. Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing great.
I hope that you can hear me well. How's the level?
The level sounds
Sounds
great.
great.
It's very loud, so we can hear you.
Hear you.
Yes. Coco, do you
Amazing.
have videos on in the back? I hear feedback. No music, videos. I hear stuff in the background. Music playing or something.
No.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
All right. Everybody's good. You hear it?
And I'm in a room by myself.
Yes. So
Happy
welcome.
Black History Month.
Yes. And
we want to welcome you.
Ashe, Ashe,
Ashe,
Ashe, Black History.
all the time.
Banga, Alafia, Ashe.
I still hear a little reverb. Yeah, so I don't know if you know that song. It's a very, very popular song, and
yes, I do.
You must be from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You're from Brooklyn, or where you from?
Born and raised in Brooklyn. Born and raised in
Brooklyn.
I know that.
The interesting thing about that song, exactly. The interesting thing about that song is actually part of an African American experience. It really is not a Yoruba song, and it's a cultural song, and it was, made up here in the United States. And so that's a very, very important thing to really. I'm so glad that you know that, and I'm so glad you spoke on that song, because it really touches home into the real roots of what culture is, and what the idea of creating something of presence. We and having gone through the civil rights, and going through the advent of really all the way back into 1803, the liberation of African people around the world. The start of African people was in Haiti, So
Yes.
when we look at
Oh,
that,
yes.
Oh,
really think
Yes.
about the
that's
history
special.
And
That's
of
and
special.
and
of
I'm a child of Haitian parents.
Okay.
Ayo Bogbo, Ayo Bogbo. Yes,
Yes.
that's perfect. So
So I'm really
even more so.
connected. Yes.
Yeah. Haitian parentage is definitely has a definite root in the Yoruba system. So
Yes.
one of the things is, everyone knows Mieschi, Olwole, Abiomi, Ifakunle, Adetutu, Ironkola de Mayansa. And my name is also continued, Kindamo Kuni Kasibi Toto Finda. So the names of, as you go through different initiations, your name begins to be so long. So that's why everybody
Yes.
just says Chief,
Can I just say,
or
Chief?
they call me
Chief.
Can,
affectionately.
can I
Chief.
just say, Chief?
Chief, can you turn your volume down for me just a little bit? I'm getting
Okay, I can try.
static.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
video on somewhere and I'm hearing me in the background. Yes. Inside the show right
Definitely is
now.
not here with me, so I don't know. Okay,
Hold
okay.
on,
Let
let
me
me
see if I can come on. I was using the headset.
make sure you turn off the
Did you
Bluetooth.
mute me?
No. Make sure you turn off the Bluetooth.
Turn it off?
Yeah, your Bluetooth.
How is that?
If you're gonna go plug in your regular headphones, take off the Bluetooth if you had it hooked up. I don't know, because I seen you had a
No, no,
Bluetooth
no, no.
before. Okay.
I'm gonna leave the Bluetooth in.
Okay. You gonna put the headphones in?
I was-
Hmm.
No, I don't have headphones with me.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
didn't. I don't have a set of headphones with me. Mhm.
Okay.
Is that
So
okay?
yeah, just turn it down a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, and then let me hear you.
Oh,
All right. Talk.
let's do a test. Let's do a
Oh, you
test.
sound great. Sound great.
Let's do a test.
Yes.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Is that better?
Yes. That's better. And keep the
I want to
device
sound
close
great.
to you.
That's what I'm working with.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
You might
Yeah.
even get my sexy on. I might be able to get my sexy.
All right.
Okay.
So you can continue.
It's Real Talk After Dark.
Oh, okay.
So you can continue.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is that the advent of having many names is a result of many initiations and exposure to many African cultures. In 1972, when I met His Royal Highness Osurjuman Adefumi the First, Adefuntala, he was a big inspiration. Afuntala was a big inspiration to me, and he was actually in some ways the father for many of the African derived, African spiritualities, spiritual systems that are taking place here. He and a couple others who are then became quite famous. So when we look at the history, he realizing that in 1803, when the Haitian voodoo had been able to conquer not all the different um, principalities. That's what we should call them, principalities. England, Portugal, Spain, France, and the Haitians were able to kick their behinds, and they kicked them back to Europe. And of course, England was the last of them who thought that the rest of them were too weak and didn't have a material might. But we know that the Haitians used their tools, and they used the tools of farming tools to be able to go and fight the might of the principalities of all the enslavers at that time. And
Wow.
in keep thinking about it, all around the world there was slavery. Everywhere around the world there was some form of slavery. There was no place in the world where slavery didn't exist. Throughout Africa, there was always this type of either chattel slavery or indebted in some kind of ways. And so when we look at that time, so when Haiti was able to free itself, Haiti said that if anybody was able to get to Haiti, that they would be free. And so they honored that honor. But really,
okay.
not only were the Haitians able to come together and to win their own freedom through the help of using the aid of what they call voodoo. The
Okay.
voodoo, of course, is based on ancestral tradition. The ancestral tradition of the
But
Haitian
Chief, can I
was called
ask you,
voodoo, and
Chief,
so the voodoo.
can I ask
Yes, ma'am.
you, what is the central root of
Yeah.
Yoruba religion?
You said the
What is the
Yoruba
root of
religion?
Yes.
The root of it?
Yes. What country are we talking about?
Haiti.
We're talking about Nigeria. So, well,
No,
we're talking about
yeah.
Haiti right now, but she's talking about the root of the Yoruba religion. The root of Yoruba religion is going to be Nigeria. The root, Nigeria. So the Yoruba are from southwestern Nigeria, and so out of that we find that we have the Igba, we have the Ijesha, we have the Igbo, and all the different languages and people who are in Yoruba land. And so when we look at that, we look at the Ifa tradition or the Yoruba tradition. They have or just Nigeria alone, there are over 200 languages, different languages being spoken. And we're not talking about dialects. We're talking about actual languages. And so, and there's different dialects in addition to that. But so that's in terms of Yoruba. But the Yoruba influence in Haiti is very, very important. And so to make a note, and I was actually going back to 1803 and going to bring you up to modern times to really just to kind of get a sense of what we're talking about in terms of classifications of African spirituality through the African diaspora. Of course, the African diaspora, we have Condomblé. We have, which is an offshoot of the Yoruba spirituality. When we look at something called Santeria or Lukumi, tradition coming out of Congo, coming out of Cuba. And then you go to Trinidad and Tobago and some of the other islands that are around Trinidad and Tobago, the influence of spiritual Baptists or Shango Baptists, and then we have Condomblé, we have Kiumba, we have some variants of mixture in Santo Domingo, which of course is nothing other than Haitian food really, but so we have this various things that and the interplay between the African spirituality, and we look at something like things that came out of the Congo and Angola and in the various places southwest of west southwest as well as south of Nigeria. So there's a whole lot of energy, to say the least, that we can be able to reach on and to call upon for ancestors and for African tradition. And the root of African tradition is based on one thing, and that one thing is our ancestors, calling upon our ancestors and the ancestral energy to be able to create and the function of the things that be able to call upon our mothers and our fathers and our grandmothers and our great grandfathers and our great great grandfathers and our great great grandmothers. The interesting thing that I do a math puzzle.
How do we celebrate our ancestors as an individual? Because I know there is things with candles. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
Sure.
Creating the altar.
Yeah, sure, creating altars are very, very important. So there's called inside altars and outside altars, and all of those are very, very important. So the inside also, we have inside ancestral altars, which consist of water, of light, which you said candles, or using gin, rum, as well as coffee, flowers, incense, and prayers, artifacts, and also icons or items that may have belonged to the ancestors. So this is the way of being able to create. I was trying to see if I could get a more of a visual, connect to the computer to show some of the real kind of onset of altars, or what an altar may be able to exist. But really, fundamentally, an altar exists of water, um, and really that's all you need. And oftentimes people don't
Yes.
realize the energy of water is so
Yes.
very, very powerful, because
Yes.
energy holds a charge.
Yes.
Energy holds charge. And so the
Yes.
water that you have been able to drink today is the same water that our ancestors drank many, many years ago. And
Thank
water, of
you.
course, is
Yes.
something which cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes form. It changes form. And in changing form, it's able to create this whole kind of energy force, which has memory. So the water that we drink has memory. And so when
Yes.
you place water on top of an altar or a place, or a sacred place, you create an energy space.
Yes.
The water is able to grab a hold of all the energy in the room. And one of the things that I have people to do is to work with water, because water is fundamentally the thing that we need, the thing that
Yes.
we use
Yes.
for
It keeps
Yes.
so it
libation,
keeps
Yes.
yeah,
and
it keeps
being able to
petrol chief.
yeah. So pouring
Uh
libation, yes, ma'am.
yeah. So can you explain locum to me?
Sure. So I mean, you're going from an altar to a deity. We're talking about ancestors. It's kind of jumping
Yes.
around. But what you do is, so a locum, it's called Olokun Sinande. Olokun
Yes.
Sinande. And so the
Yes.
story of Olokun is very, very interesting, and because it says the Olokun, and just in terms of water, so I can
Yes.
understand why, or the connection. So there's a chant that says, "Alala mi, alala mi, alala mi, alala mi, ateweni agunigun, ateriro akala, oni ojo riro toki, gunigun toki, adifa fun àrùn ìdúdú tí iṣẹ́ ọmọ ìyá àbòrírẹ́gùn, Ọ̀rúnmìlà ní ẹ̀kẹ́kùn, eríyà ọmọ ní ẹ̀ríwọ̀ ìfẹ́, eríyà lọ mọ adétutù ọ̀hún rẹ̀ adímú ilẹ̀. So the best that I could do in terms of chanting these
Yes.
translating chant about water, because water is to be able to. So water is a wonderful thing, and so it says cool water, water that will hit the ground. It says that it's the time in which Orunmila, the divine messenger, was able to water, that his life became cool, the cool water.
You're breaking
And
up
so
a lot.
our prayer today
Yes.
is that the things that we may do, that our lives be. I'm breaking up a lot.
Yes.
I'm breaking up a lot.
Yes.
Can you hear me? You said I'm breaking up a
I
lot.
can hear you. I can hear you, but it's going in and out. You have Wi-Fi?
Okay.
Is your phone on Wi-Fi? Hello?
I do.
I see we had the same thing with Perry.
Because earlier it was joined Wi-Fi. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is it
Go ahead.
better?
Yes, it's supposed to be
Excuse me?
better. I think you're getting stuck right now, but maybe it's adjusting to the Wi-Fi coming on right now.
I'm on Wi-Fi now, but you
So
sound like you are breaking up.
yeah. Okay, you're in now. Hello?
You said it's better?
Yes, you're adjusted now. Yes.
Is this, yes,
Let-
hello, is this better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally better. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
because
I
we want to
wanted.
get everything
Yeah,
that
I
you're
wanted
saying.
to. Yeah, I wanted
yeah, so
to. Yeah, we wanted.
allo.
Yes. I think he's getting a delay in his headphones
I'm
when
sorry.
you're talking. Are you getting a
Please.
delay?
Yes, he's getting a delay.
So is this better?
Yeah, just go ahead and talk. We'll listen.
So what would you like me to tell you about?
You can go back to the water. I just wanted to show
Okay.
that
So
how they were connected.
is it Olokun is the when I haven't really got to the connection yet, but okay. Olokun in the chant it leads to the idea about Olokun. Olokun
Yes.
was they said that Olokun became the owner of all waters in the world. So every bit of water is the way in which Olokun became the owner of water. They asked all the bodies of
Okay.
water. They asked the river. They asked the stream.
So every type of
Sacrifice.
water.
Well, it says that only Olokun made Olokun was able to be able to
Mm-hmm.
yes, the deity was able get all bodies of water. Was then declared the owner of all water. So whenever we talk about water and we talk about Olokun, all water throughout the world. And so it says, Olokun Bolagba o, Olokun Bolagba, Erin Gbogbo Ifagba Folokun o, Olokun Bolagba. And the song says that Olokun is that's exactly what it says. He became Olokun Bolagba, that he became the owner of all bodies of water. And it was from then that whenever we talk about water, we always have to relate it to Olokun.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, got it. So you can hear me fine right now? Yeah, we can hear you. We heard everything fine. So okay. So can you tell us a little bit about the stones?
Can I hear you what?
A little bit about the stones.
The crystals, the stones. Can we hear each other?
I hear you.
I hear you.
It says I think it's the headphone.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, because they tell you need
about stones that you
headphones.
want to know. The stones. Okay, well there are different elements. Rocks are okay. Well, she's right. So yeah, we're talking about quartz crystals. We're talking about things bloodstone with classification of stone. So like a stone like amethyst is the same stone as a quartz crystal. They're the same for different energy. Also, a rose quartz is the same thing in terms of using it for love. When you talk about crystal, you can energize the space. You could use a quartz crystal to be able to energize your space. Also, you can use it to be able to energize your
Okay, so we're talking about African life.
Yes.
Then, of course, people who are looking for love, one of the things that we recommend, is especially women, look love, is you carry a rose quartz and you keep a rose quartz near your heart chakra.
Now, what is chakra?
In terms of a bra, somewhere where you can be able to attract the wife. There's a chant in Ifa says we may not always know where we're going, but we always know where we're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Going to marry a widow to manage his house and going to marry an adulteress as a wife. This is afterwards. It says that they will follow me. They will follow me with their heads, and they will follow me. And they will follow me with their whole body, with all their being. And so, one of the things that the chant says is that really, essentially, it's about people being where you're going. So, just in terms of needs and able to help you to find
Chief, 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 can you
specific type
call?
energy. A crystal can also
Chief,
be attuned. Oftentimes, people don't realize that you can take a crystal and place it in.
Chief, can you hang up and call back in again? And let's see if it sounds better. Yeah, can you hang up and call back in again?
Yes.
Come back in again.
Come back. Come out and come back in again. Let's see if it sounds better.
Because he's really explaining about all the stones.
And it's blinking us out. It's blinking out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have him come out and come back in.
But did you hear what he said about the amethyst?
Yes, I have amethyst.
Yeah. Do you have any rose quartz?
I have rose quartz.
Yeah. Well, that's for love.
I have rose quartz on now.
Mm-hmm.
This is rose quartz.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got this one is called the smoky quartz. That's this one, the one that's around my neck.
Uh-huh.
That's a smoky quartz.
And he said, this is one with all of the stones on it.
Nice. Nice. You even have the it's the other one. It's an orange quartz.
Yes.
Something like that. Yes.
Amber.
I know. Yeah. And yeah, I know. I see you have a couple of them. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, the stones. You just gotta, continue washing them and bless them the way you bless them. And
so sometimes I put them out in the sunlight.
yes, they're supposed to go in the sun. After you wash them, you put them in the sun so it can gain back the energy after you wear it. Because when you wear it, it loses,
Right, you have to recharge it.
Yeah, you got to recharge it
so that the energy can continuously flow through you.
Yes.
And you had some beautiful pieces that you got for your birthday.
Yes, they always wrapped in like jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I could bring it up to the camera, but I wear them all the time, and they do help you stay grounded.
Oh.
See that?
Oh, I just got an amazing message. I'm gonna share with you later. But we want to thank our ancestors for blessing us, for us coming through all that we have come through.
Yes.
Chief is back.
All right, we got you back. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Very good. All right.
Yes.
Excellent. So, how do you like the Orisha behind me? This is
love it. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
And what you see behind me is the wheel of the oracle.
Mm.
So part of that is about the oracle system of Ifa, as well as all the divinities which are encircled around the wheel. And so that represents all the 7 African powers.
Okay.
Several principal powers of the forces of nature.
Okay. And where are you located, Chief?
I'm located in Harlem, USA, bigger and blacker than Disney World.
Okay.
So, it is Harlem,
we wanted to hear a little bit more because unfortunately you were going in and out, and now you're so clear about, you were speaking, you started with the amethyst and about energy. And we heard you with the rose quartz, which is for love, which is usually worn around your neck, around your arms, even on your ankle. I was showing while you were coming back in some of the different stones.
Sure.
So which one did you say about energy?
Well, the quartz crystal can hold energy, or you're going to be able to increase your magnetic field using quartz crystal. Also, using it in any kind of way around your life can help to be able to bring a certain level of harmony and energy in your existence. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one I got.
Okay.
Which one is that?
This is the supposed to be the quartz, the rose quartz.
The rose quartz, excellent. Rose quartz, of course, is going to be used for love. And so you're going to be able to help them to attract good love vibrations around you.
Right.
So
Give us more of that.
what does the copper do? Can you explain the copper to us?
Sure. I mean,
I want to know more about the copper, like and stuff. What does it do?
well, the copper is like anything else. So it is a conductor, right? Copper is a conductor. One of the highest forms of conductors, of course, is copper, and what else? Silver. Silver is one of the most powerful conductor of electricity, or electromagnetic energy, and you'll be able to magnetize things. Silver. Also,
Really?
silver. Mm-hmm.
Silver as well. Okay.
Yes. Why is it that sometimes, I wear a lot of silver and sometimes it gets very black?
That's because the toxicity in your body, in your blood, and so it takes out the toxins. It's actually taking out toxins. Also, if you're around too many people, it's called what people commonly call picking up energy, and it's picking up the energy of other people. And also, if you, particularly women who are the women take in a lot of the energy, so you absorb a lot of the energies that may be going on. And one of the things that you may find is that your bracelets may get dark. If you're wearing waist beads, you can take them off and you can feel this little tingling energy, which can be reverberating at a level which is not really conducive for you to operate. I mean, basically, you need to clean those things.
Yes.
And you have to periodically clean them, and re-energize them. And also, using salt water, using a toothpaste. You can use toothpaste to be able to clean them.
I tried that.
You can also use, of course, the baking soda. Baking soda.
So you can clean them. You don't have to throw them away once they get dark.
Throw them away.
No.
Somebody said if it gets dark, you got to throw it away.
No, it's really pulling.
That's
really to me. I use it as an indication that I need a cleanse.
There you go.
So it is like a little antenna that it picks up all this stuff, but it alerts me to the fact that it's time to cleanse or it's time to go on a fast.
Well, so I understand the part where you say I'm always fasting. I fast just about probably 10 times a month. Sometimes I'll be fasting once a whole week. I'll fast where I don't eat nothing in the morning. I don't eat nothing till after 5 or after 6. So I've been fasting a lot. So that's very important. So I figured the darkness, like you said, it comes from you're around a lot of people and it absorbs the energy. Yeah, because I got my ring and I put it on. I was going through to a lot of places, and it's like everywhere I went when I left, it was like darker and darker, and I was like, "What's going on?" So yeah, okay, that's good.
So for 2021, we have now come into the second month, and this is a month that they say we are supposed to be celebrating Black History Month, but I celebrate 365 days a year. What in 2021 would you like to share of the directions that we should be doing as Black people for our community, for our family, for ourselves?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because one of the things is that every year we do what is called a reading of the year, a forecasting of sort of what is potentially going to be existing or happening for the upcoming new year. This particular forecasting was done by different priests from other traditions, as well as me as part of the Yoruba tradition. I have a lady who is Atila Khadija, Aisha Khadija Manyansa, who is a wonderful diviner. And she uses from out of Senegal, southern Senegal, in fact. She uses a divination system, and she brings together a lot of people. So the forecasting for this year, interestingly enough, was called Osa Ogbe. And so one of the things that the year came out, it says for this upcoming year that there was going to be some opposition, continued opposition with health and health challenges. And we could, can clearly see that could be easily.
Coronavirus.
Well, it could be the coronavirus, or it could be the migration or the changes that has been going on with that. So, I mean, not only was the divination talking about sickness, but it was talking about other types of sickness. And we already see that all of a sudden after the new year, we start seeing that there's been some variants. In South Africa, there's been a variant. There's been a variant down in Brazil, as well as Australia had a different strand. And so again, throughout the course of time, this is starting to move and change. And so part of it, the reading talked about that. And so also the reading gave a bohun ni bihin ni kintun iti ni ilele kun mani agbongbong ni adifafun odu abuku omo Akinfunle ayeku eboniko wose obebe umbo rugbo ohun ni badikun ekule ni aworere leleku. So it says firmly that we lock our doors. Lock the doors firmly and securely. These were the messages of Ifa to the Odumbakun, who was used, the bush cow, to ward off evil incantations. He was told to do ritual, that this year that he would not die. And it says the bush meat rejects it. The bush goat is a great priest of the secret. And so the chant, it says that basically that Osa says to run away and flee, because something is coming about Ogbe, the head. Something is coming for your life. And so the story of this particular verse, it talks about how the archdeity, which we call Obatala, was in his proudness, having to run away in his eldership, run from the hands of terrible outside forces. And so these forces were at his trying to contact him or trying to get him, and he ran to the house of what we call Eshu. From there, Eshu was not able to protect him, so he had to run to another divinity, which we call Ogun. He ran to the house of Shango. He ran to the house of Yemonja, Oshun, Babaluaye. He moved and moved until he was able to get to the house of Orunmila. Orunmila is the archdeity of divination, as well as the wisdom deity, and he knew what to do. And he took a pile of cornmeal, and he was able to take some glue, and he put glue on top of the cornmeal, and then set this what we call cotton, or agbon, what we called cotton, on top of it. And so he went and set the cotton out and set it out outside the door. And when the forces came from out of the sky to go and to try, they knew they could smell the stench of Obatala. And they went and they landed right there, and they saw it and they thought of it as food, because they could smell this wonderful aroma of this cornmeal. And they landed there, and of course they got stuck with the glue, because it says the forces, they travel and they used to take form as birds. Some of the evil forces would take the form of birds and come, and so hence the story of the birds, and how they come and they could be harmful. So it was at that point in time that Orunmila used a bell, and he was able to blot them out and blot the negative things. And it's talking about this year is very useful to use things around your wrists, around your ankle, around your waist. Talismantal things that will help, charms, amulets that will be able to jingle. Perfect. I'm in
tune with all this.
Yeah, you go. Yeah,
yes,
you absolutely are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Coco Chada's got it in.
Yeah, because we have to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Things are attacking us, as we
Mhm.
saw in 2020. All of the violence based on racial definition, taking Black Lives Matter into that direction. So we know we need protection all the time. So I not only wear it on my wrists, my fingers, but on my ankles as well, because
Sure.
I always want good energy to come. And we're in a war, so we got to battle. So I always embrace my African lifestyle,
All right. Nice.
as we should.
Mm.
Now, you have went on a journey with me and my creating the Men of Excellence Awards.
Yeah.
And you opened up the celebration. And I was a little disappointed that people didn't know when you said you're pouring the libation. Do you get that a lot, that people don't understand really our history and what our traditions are?
Yeah, so one of the things that we have to be patient with people, because of the indoctrination of African traditions and the demonizing of African traditions in such a way that we don't recognize ourselves and we don't recognize what we are, or how it is for us. So once they have demonized something and they have added, or the powers that be, and people have started accepting, and they don't recognize what is theirs and what culturally is theirs, and how do we able to recognize. Today I was on a Zoom meeting this morning with a World Peace Organization that is out of the UN, and it was representatives throughout the world, in the what they call multicultural and multi-religious capacity. I spoke with some of the, and one of the things that I really, really appreciated, one of the elders spoke about being, he wanted to talk about kids and really talk about knowing about, libation, and knowing about when he was 13, or the idea of rites of passage. We should have rites of passage, and we don't have rites of passage, which is in place. And so, and I am a part of a kingdom called Oyotunji Kingdom of South Carolina, in which we've been putting boys through rites of passage programs for the last 50 years. And so,
Yes.
if you don't know, you can't blame people, because you can only blame ourselves. We have not taught our children the essence, or the rites and the rituals that are necessary for them to be able to perpetuate longevity. And so it is our culture that always will save us. And so in rites of passage, one of the things that the elder talked about today is that in rites of passage, he had all his older brothers, the brothers who have gone to rites of passage before him, and was taking him, and they told him to a point, they got him to a place, and they told him run. And they started chasing them, and they chased them, with sticks, and they would beat them if they got caught, and they ran, and they were told to run to the village, and run to the village, and run to your elders. And so the idea of really of what we have in our lives at this point in time is the need for our children to run, and to run and run to the elders. So because they need to know what the elders know. We need to know who our ancestors were. What was
Absolutely.
what was our grandfathers? And what was their names? And where did they live? And what did they do? And because, like I said, if we don't always know where we're going, we always need to know where we're
Where we've been.
coming from. And so, that is really what it is. And so there's like the Sankofa bird, which says, look back, look over your shoulder. Look at where you're coming from, because it is from where you're coming from which is going to affect where you're going.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
really, so often people don't realize the importance of planning and the necessity of planning. So where you want to be in 5 years, you have to start
You
planning.
should know.
You have to
plan
start
for it.
today to be wherever you're going.
Now we're talking.
right.
Now we're talking the talk that is necessary to pull us through all of this adversity, all of this racism. We have said as an educator that now that the children are being homeschooled and remote learning and all that, is things that it is now putting the parents on check, because it was just the reverse. You should have been learning at home first before you brought it to the school. The school is not the babysitter, the teachers. The educators are supposed to enhance what's already been instilled in you. And
Absolutely.
that's our responsibility as parents and grandparents, to keep on telling the stories over and over again, sharing our history, giving us knowledge of self, knowledge of purpose, knowledge of power that we have within. That if we all just come together and speak the same language, I feel if that slave ship, that first one that came over, if everyone had spoke the same language, this would have been a different America as we know it
Yeah.
today.
So what happened? Can I say something? Um, what happened is faded out through the years. We have parents that didn't even keep the history or the heritage going. They didn't keep nothing going, you know. So some of the children that are adults our age right now don't know, that don't have knowledge. But how does one find out about their ancestry and reach out? I found out about mine, but to you, Chief, how would you explain to somebody how to find out their ancestry, how to dig into their roots and find out who they are and where they're from? A lot of us don't know where we're from. I had to dig into my roots in order to teach my children. You
Right.
understand? And to keep the knowledge going. And I taught my daughter so much that she surprised me on my birthday with every stone that I ever talked about. And she had them wrapped in the copper, just like, I talked to her about that. I said, wow, that's what I want, all my stones wrapped up, and I got a big box full of them. So it made me feel so good that wow, she was listening. She wasn't ignoring me. So it made me feel and get in touch with myself, knowing that I already taught them. But how does one that don't know learn, and where do
Start.
they find out, and
Yeah.
how do they start?
Yeah.
Well, you can, I have a great many of people who are contacting me, even in the jails.
Wow.
And they seem to be so more, they have a lot of time of thinking, and they have a lot of
Yes.
time to think about what they have done, or having the mistakes you might have made, or really looking for some kind of remedy that will allow for their escape. And so ancestral spirits start to come, and people deal with there's so much that we can talk about just in terms of this. And so on the confounds of a couple hours or whatever we're going to do today, it is so very, very vast. And so one of the things is that you have to call in to talk to your elders. If you don't have elders, then you should be able to find a priest or somebody like myself. I can be reached at www.ifakunle.com, IFAKUNLE. So if you want to put that in any kind of comment bar or something like that, but it's something which helps to allow for people who have no sense of their history to be able to have a divination performed.
Yes.
Do you have any books that you would suggest? We talked about the 7 powers.
7 African powers, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
that a book on the
No.
7 African powers?
No, it's actually the different energies of the Orisha, the
Yes.
forces of nature. The 7 African powers consist of Elegba, Ogun, Oshun, Yamanja, Shango, Orumila, Obatala. So these are the forces, which are 7 principles, which are an Oya, who are the conductors of really what we call the power 7. There are so many more Orisha. There are an abundance of 401 Orishas at bare minimum. So there's a lot of things that the plus one factor. So we have deities that come into existence and go out of existence. And when we talk about that, so when we want to get in terms of getting people who are interested in touch and getting them in contact with their ancestors, some of the best ways to be able to get in contact with your ancestors is simply asking them to come to you and placing a glass of water next to your bed. There's a stone called alumbre in Spanish, for those who speak Spanish, alumbre, that you set it next to your bed in water, and it helps to allow for clarity of vision and helps to be around bringing clarity of self. And one of the things that I like to also add to putting under that glass of water and alumbre is to use a type of affirmation or a goal that you would like to be able to achieve. Goal setting is so very, very vital and important. And so, and also the best part about setting a goal is achieving the goal. And and also having a list of things that you'd like to achieve. Making
like the vision board.
Vision boards are fantastic. Vision boards are fantastic.
I have a lot of those.
Having a vision board but really a map. And a vision board is a roadmap. And so, using you're constantly needing to reach for a book and to write down if you come across something good. I have a habit of setting something that I hear and I like that it's good. I write it and put it in my
I
phone.
do. I do it too.
Yeah.
I always have a pen and then I write it down. It could be as small as this and you just write it down. Things that you want. You never know what inspirations you're going to get. So have that little book and the pen and write it down. We know we have to dwell. And you were part of my store, which was Our Black Heritage, the Queen's
Well, I want to go
Creation.
back to we haven't even, you jumping around so far. We really haven't got to speak about the Men of Excellence and the wonderful occasion that you presented.
Speak to me. Speak to me about that.
Speak to you about the Men of Excellence. And so the Men of Excellence, I had the proud opportunity to be able to be a part of your event as the Men of Excellence. And the Men of Excellence was just an absolute complete success. And I could see where it was just going to continue to flourish and be more successful each and every year. And as I told you when I started, when you told me, come, nephew, and do something, and I told you every year, Auntie, I would make one year become better than the next. And that was my plan. So each and every time we went. So first time we came with an ancestral and pouring libations, and we maintained pouring libations, and the importance of opening an event with libations is always, particularly when we're going to call upon excellence. We're going to call upon our heroines, the heroes and heroines. But in the Men of Excellence, of course, we call upon our heroes. And so Malcolm X, Denmark, Messi, Martin Luther King, and the list of our wonderful men who have passed, to be able to the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and being able to call call excellence into being. We have to, what they say, speak things into being.
Into existence. Yes.
Being into and setting them into existence. So part of that, what you were doing there, was setting men to come together. And what happens? We have so many different opportunities for women to get together. Women talk. And women are able to find themselves with each other, and in various forms, whether it is through social media, they support one another. But we have a very disconnect with African men or Black men overall, and so
fathers,
and Black men overall. And so what we do is have a connection where you have men of excellence. More importantly, we were not dealing with the dysfunction. We were dealing with the function. And that's what I really, really appreciate about the Men of Excellence, that you were dealing with men and pulling them out to show excellence. And so that we could say, we have excellence in our community. We don't have to look far for people who are above and beyond, go above and beyond, myself included. Somebody, wanted to say, well, where have you been? I said, what do you mean? I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've been a priest for over 30 years. And no one, you didn't know, and I was doing this before I became a priest. Being able to be, I was a going through I had a organization called African Remember Africa. I was part of an organization called Remember Africa. I was the head of the ADO, the African Descendants Organization in Hunter College. We was able to take down and be able to speak about the brilliance of African people. I studied with the likes of John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben. I was there in Professor Small, who is my close friend and my continued mentor. And I studied with Surgeon Adefumi I, who was doing African spirituality, and he was inviting me to go and walk and parade with them as we walk through the African parades. And so, just in terms of that, there is a history. I've been involved with this for many years, and we have a sense of, but where were you? What do you mean, where was I? I was always there. And so when you talk about men of excellence and putting again the men of excellence, we were able to see how many men of excellence that we are, and how people will come out and support their men, because it is the power of a woman to be able to create the sustainability of men, and to push men up in front as you were doing, so that they could begin to perform. The best way you can have someone to perform is by honoring them, showing them the love and support. And that's
Ashe.
Men of Excellence was doing. Was saying, look, we love what you're doing. Continue, and we need our men. We need our men in places of protection. We need our men in places of excellence. We need our men to be able to think and to be able to guide and to be able to. Women are always taking over roles and positions that they don't necessarily always have to do. There's always
I prove that.
Let me take over. Often men get sidetracked or get placed to the side. No, move, I'll do it. No, you have to let this man open the door for you. Let this man be able
yes.
Let him build the castle that you may need. You got to give him the opportunity. But he also has to know what is his role and his position. And so Men of Excellence was really, really part of that. And then, of course, going back to our Black heritage, which is your store, and that was the predates all of that. And 20 years you had that store for, and even before it even moved, right? It was quite a long time that store was.
It was a long journey.
A long journey, yeah, a long, arduous journey, I'm sure. But one of the things that you did is allowed for opportunity for speaking, for people to come and be able to learn and to get their dolls, to get their African dolls, to be able to get their African books, to get the incense, to be able to have some place where they could meet and talk. Your brother was a person that you could go and talk, and he always give you some good, and may he rest in peace. He had a wonderful way that he just dealt with everybody, all of us that went, all his nephews and all his family. And, it's just a wonderful kind of experience to be able to say that here was a store that fundamentally allowed for the growth and development. I was able to get our tapes and of Farrakhan, get the information about the energies of Black men. And so that's one of the things that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was able to do. He was able to organize and to be able to get Black men to come together and start to talk about something. And one of the things that we have to still continue to do is to put those things together, like our Black heritage, and to be able to show bookstores. And we have to open up bookstores. We need to get back to open up our steak and takes and our fish fries.
Yes, remember those? Oh my gosh. My God.
Those things were so
Blessing
very,
to all the brothers and sisters that created that.
Yeah. I mean, and again, it was the brainchild of the the Honorable Marcus Garvey. Not go back to Africa. We've been creating businesses. We're talking about, we had Black Wall Street. We have those things that our kids are not familiar with our history. One day I was telling them about our Black Wall Street. You mean we had a place like Wall Street?
Yes.
Yeah. We had places where they were dismantled. They were doing so well that they needed to be dismantled because they were a country within inside of a country. African people, in the proudest, coming out of the reconstruction, coming into the reconstruction of this world, and really can reconstruct in themselves. They had, certain times that they had to come together and be among themselves. And our Black heritage, as well as the men of excellence, allowed for that, the people to come together and to then, of course, network. And networking, the opportunity for a networking was so high at an event like, the Men of Excellence, because now not only are you going to know who is your Black doctor, who is your Black poet, who's the one who's doing your movies, who's the priest. People were able to be exposed to me. We had entertainment far beyond excellent entertainment. Where are these people coming from? They're here. They're in our community, but where do we find them? And so in an event like, Men of Excellence, you were able to connect people on so many different levels, as well as those wonderful stars that you introduced to the people.
Yes.
You were able to connect, stars, people who are out there in television and radio and the going back to places like,
like Shikari.
Suki Silk. Yeah. So, those are the things that are very, very important to continue to move towards creating events that would be able to bring people together and be able to think and to expand their vision of what we are trying to do as Black or as Africans in the diaspora.
Okay.
The worst thing that you can do, or the best thing you can do, is to have someone to start thinking. And so the opportunity for books and creating books, poetry, creating rap music, but rap music with consciousness, the idea of consciousness, or the purpose of, if your art does not expose the ineffects or the inequalities and the ills of the world, then your art is useless. Your art is a weapon. And so we as artists have to come out to be able to create and to show, superiority, not only in mind, body, and spirit. And in part of the way that we be able to expose those things and create.
Well, Chief, I want, I'm sorry that the first part, we didn't really get the benefit of you, but I would like you to share with us again where people can get in contact with you. Do you have an email, the website?
Well, I have a
location?
website. My website is the wonderful place where you can see some videos. I was on National Geographic, and the Morgan Freeman came to the shrine where I'm host a lot of my events. I am a part of a director. I'm the director of the African Cultural Center in Newburgh. So there's a cultural center in Newburgh which we have events. We have a shrine here in Harlem, which is called Ile Omo Opwe, and I can be reached at Ifakunle, IFAKUNLE, on Instagram, or it's called Babalawo. Baba, BABALAWO _Ifakunle. So the name that is being shown on your screen is Awo Ifakunle, and that you just WW. And there's a joke. They say that I am Ifakunle of the world. So anybody who's named Ifakunle, they can't be before me, because if you type me in the world Wide Web, you'll find me. So that's it. So it's very simple. And I perform weddings. I do funeral rites. I do baby naming ceremonies. I do a host of divination that include the naming, helping people to connect with their ancestors. We do different types of spiritual quests. We do retreats to Jamaica. We do retreats to Peru. We do a venture to Nigeria, as well as we have been doing initiations and ceremonial stuff that include being able to have the rites of passage for not only for the youth, but also for adults who are wanting to get an in-depth knowledge of Orisha practices and African spirituality as it is being practiced in the diaspora, and which we call Isheshe. This Isheshe tradition is very, very important because it is something that looks like us, sounds like us, and it is us. And so Funga Alafia Ashe Ashe. Funga Alafia Ashe
Ashe. We want to thank you. Suki Soup, we are going to, at this particular time, we want to thank the chief for coming in and giving us this knowledge that is so necessary. As we say, we don't need 1 month, we need 12 months and 365 days of celebration. So thank you so much.
I was having some dinner. I'm so sorry. You know, my days is so uneven. My days are so uneven. So
yeah, well, the good thing is that the necessary is necessary. So awaulo odigba oshe kama fiku yarawa kama faran yarawa awaulo odigba oshe kama fiku yarawa kama faran yarawa. Now that we are departing, let us not depart in sickness, and let us not depart in death. Let us always meet in life. And let us share a lot that we would dun dun la dun dun o polowa dun dun o eyan mo dudu wa eje agba shawala ruge eje agba shawala ruge. That our skins are dark, but our minds are not dark. We are children of Oduduwa. And so we are here to uplift and push up our culture. So it is with this wonderful African song that is a cultural song from Nigeria that this today, befitting of the 2nd of February, we are going to make each day a very, very special day to remember our Africanness, our African culture, our African American culture, because our culture is really part of the American foundation of American history. So our history is the history of really American history.
Thank you so much.
So
Ashe, ashe.
Ashe. This was a great informative show. So, Chief just left. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to so Coco, tell us what you thought about that, the information and stuff.
The information is, information is always important. That we get it from a natural source. And he was sharing and honoring me for creating Men of Excellence, where we got the men to come up. You didn't hear it, but he said, and the wonderful artists that performed at the Men of Excellence, and just sharing and connecting with everyone. So I was happy for that and happy for the memories. And of course, we're going to be doing that again really soon. But we need some grounding because our children are getting lost. Parents are not doing what they're supposed to do. So just to know things that we can do to get our spirituality, to give us protection, is what we need today. On the 2nd day of February of Black History Month. So you're going to play us some videos and
Yes, so yes, we have 20 minutes left, and we're gonna stream some more videos that's on the check-in. If anybody's video did not get up there today, it will be on the next show tomorrow night. Okay.
We'll have you in rotation.
So
rotation.
Yes. And here we go.
Here we go.
We'll be right back.
Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it. Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it. AK-47 in the back of the Benz. If I pull it, make y'all dance. Hit you and your friends. I flee the scene, baggy pants. Fuck the pigs, fuck the feds. Run it up. I roll it up, light it up. You niggas is light as fuck. My niggas is tight as fuck.
6'5" be the trap. Got guns all in the bag. Got money all in the bag. Got drugs all in the bag. You touch the bag, get grabbed. You touch the bag, get grabbed.
Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it. Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it. Nigga, you think it's a game, but I'm not the one that you play. I send you right on your way. Mom and dad in the basement. Snatched them up vacation. Bring the bread, I'm waiting. Already told you I don't play shit. 2 birds, 1 stone. Test me, I'ma send them home. Got them leaving in a body bag. You want your daddy in your mommy bag. Please don't shoot. Please don't shoot. Already told you what to do. And tell me what's the move. Man, fuck it, I'm a goon. Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it. Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it. Fuck it. My goons is up the sun. Got guns, you don't want it. Got drugs if you want it.
As I need to sleep, how I dream about me and you. I can't wait for the day when I wake up right by your side and staring right. And I can see a beautiful canvas that is painted with our love. And I can't help get offended when I think about my life without you. Baby, you know that I would never say no. But I can't live without you. You know that I'm the man on the chains of the show. How I feel inside about you. Let's make it up for sure. Take a seat, let me speak about our lives united. Try to fight how great and how sweet the feeling. It's so amazing, my heart, and I can see a beautiful canvas that is painted with our love. The most wonderful illustration and description of us together. Baby, you know that I would never say no. But I can't live without you. You know that I'm the man on the chains of the show. How I feel inside about you. Let's make it up for sure. I know that you want me. Don't take your eyes off me. Listen to what I say. Come and be with me so we can be happy. Treat you like royalty. So what you waiting for? So much in store for my newfound love or amazing. We'll live in a perfect world that's tailored for you and me. Try me and you will see that I'm official. I will never say no. But I can't live without you. You know that I'm the man on the chains of the show. How I feel inside about you. Let's make it up for sure. made up for sure. It's made up for sure.
Yeah. Blue face, new place, gotta act cars. Drive nice on 8-way cat ball. Shorty hot, so I might need a fan haul. She gon' shake it if I jump out the fan now. Ay, 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 ay. Blue face, new place, gotta act cars. Drive nice on 8-way cat ball. Shorty hot, so I might need a fan haul. My diamonds all looking like raindrops. My diamonds all looking like raindrops. Y'all niggas can't fit my tank top. Drop down for the sky like Fortnite. Up and down, till it done, it's on sight. Might light, so I might need 2 sluts. H-Town, so I might need 2 cups. Shorty white, so I might need boost up. I'm standing right here with a glass mouth. Shorty let me hit it once, but she tapped out. Iced out, so I'm looking like Kool-Aid. White chick, so I might need a moon ray. Rolling on the wrist, yeah, no TikTok. You ain't never meet the man for the 6 out. You be rolling down the street with like 6 guys. Y'all already there, you about to be the 6 guy. Blue face, no place, gotta act cars. Drive nice, all 8-way cat ball. Shorty hot, so I might need a fan haul. She gon' shake it if I jump out the fan off. Ay, 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 ay. Blue face, no place, gotta act cars. Drive nice, all 8-way cat ball. Shorty hot, so I might need a fan off. Diamond, look at me, I got diamonds in the teeth, all white, so you know I got frostbite. If you talk about me, just look at what I ate. I got shark on my plate. Niggas getting famous cause they kissing up the case. I don't even think they spreading bread anyways. Niggas wearing jewelry anyways. I don't need it 360, niggas better pay. Blue face, new place, gotta act cars. Drive nice on 8-way cat ball. Shorty hot, so I might need a fan haul. She gon' shake it if I jump out the fan off. Ay, 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 ay. Blue face, new place, gotta act cars. Drive nice on 8-way cat ball. Shorty hot, so I might need a fan haul.
New video tonight of a woman right before she was shot and killed.
Every day I wake up, day with this feeling I'm alive. It's a beautiful feeling. It's mind over matter, never mind all the chitter chatter. Bet on yourself, run hard, success comes after. Stay far from timid, big said it, sky's the limit. When it's your life, you gotta learn how to live it. 3,000 victory, walk around like a champion. Even in defeat, got my head up in the clouds. Cause I'm shooting for the stars, sending my kids to college. Graduation gifts to get mansion and fast cars. That's the type of shit I'm on, setting up for the future. And yeah, I had a dream, something like Martin Luther. I know my grandparents is proud of what become of me. I got a nephew and I love him just like a son to me. It's fam over everything and that's every day. I think I said enough, what more else can I say? But I represent the Bronx, home of the hip hop. Everybody play their part, can't forget graffiti art. It's a new year, gotta have a better plan. Be a better man, 7 times with my fam. Live comfortably, a D1. Everybody know the name, I do it for the love of the game and not the fame. Life is beautiful every day that I wake up. Life is beautiful every day, get my
Officers found a gun and spent shell casings at the scene. Now they're trying to piece together what happened in the wee hours
I'm
of the
telling them
morning.
niggas stay up, but them niggas lazy. They don't wanna wake up. That's my nigga, don't need to vouch. Copy that. We gon' ride together forever. That's a super fact. A lot of things gon' change when you make a couple racks in the trap. On the jack, government got it taxed. When I run, sometimes the vision turn black. What's the difference? Getting robbed or getting jacked? I ain't gon' change if my name is on the map. I'm gon' change when my pocket's fat. Yeah. This that live shit. You dig? It hurt him, a couple friends die. It don't feel good, hiding all that pride inside. God body, at least I can say that Satan tried. Dodge the action, but the hood come with crime, damn. Time to wait for no man. Always played in front of my building like I was a dog man. Love a bad bitch when we fuck, she turn hard man. Fucking with fuckery shit, put you into a whole jam. 10-0 curfew, I got to go in. The kid got the flow glow. I got swole in, all about my artiste. I ain't even drawing devilish ways. Get knowledge, then you put the law in. Niggas smoke niggas all day. Shit turn foggy. Couple racks we show up, it's just to watch heat. Judge me, blood clot, pussy, please don't fuck me. Pretty turn ugly, turn dangerous in the public. What's a party with no drugs in it? You heard? Drop that thing off, D. Oh no. Briggy, be in the building. Yeah. Oh no, Briggs, yeah. That's my nigga, don't need to vouch. Copy that. We gon' ride together forever. That's the super fact. A lot of things done change when you make a couple racks in the trap. On the jack, government got it tapped. On the run, sometimes my vision turn black. What's the difference of getting robbed or getting jacked? Why would I change if my name is on the map? But I might change when my pocket's fat. The Uno, Briggy, just case y'all ain't know. Just case y'all ain't know. Hate me inside, they dug me. Business never personal, they swindle to fuck me. The kid on his high house, get off his crispy rugby, judge me in a courtroom. How you claim they love me? Fall, I depend on y'all, can't really trust it. Every day I'm in my bag when I'm not a super ugly. Close one, got to connect, they never plug me. Fuck it, I'm tired of struggling.
No play. How the fuck you niggas while I fuck these bras? Middle finger to your crew, middle finger to the law. You the type to get your pockets tapped, going to the store. Little niggas keep yapping, I'ma go to your jaw. Know wherever I'm at, nigga, I'm slinging the raw. Only way to stop me is put me in the mall. I'm a thirsty wolf, nigga, but I leap like frog. When a high-bridge realist, no play to guard. When I give that nah, shit gon' get hard. Niggas know my squad, fuck the rest of y'all. My niggas been banging hammers way before the cameras. My niggas been running down way before the cameras. Some we used to do them dirty, yeah, they couldn't stand us. Yeah, I used to do them dirty, so they couldn't stand us. Now these niggas out here starting frontin' for the cameras. They don't really want me out here starting for the cameras. Ski mask, bandanas, some real gun blammers. Niggas that do work, that will do damage. Yeah, no amateurs. Niggas really living this. Blood, sweat, and tears. Niggas really been through shit. Reaching the cell for 20 years with no windows, bitch. Killed my brother in front of the building, nobody snicks. Lost my dad, my son to the cancer shit. Held my head, and still I ain't flipped, niggas. But this is it. I'm back on my shit. About to round up my clip. My guns, my clip. Back to running down on niggas for their jewels and their chips. I'm hitting every block, asking niggas who they with. It's been a minute since I've been in a nigga pocket. Racked it to his jaw, he took it off, I ain't had to pop it. Back to the project, real niggas the topic. This shit won't stop till y'all niggas pay homage to the realest nigga. Y'all gon' feel this nigga. Give me mine, or y'all gon' have to kill this nigga.
Couldn't do it, so I couldn't prove it. I could do it, niggas. I find you haters quite amusing. You niggas sound foolish, I'ma make you feel stupid. High bridge nigga, realest and the truest. Respected by the hustlers, the gangsters, the shooters. Killed them with the coke, been dope with the music.
Alright, we'll see the wizard. We'll see this to no play. This is Peter.
So I scoop up devil bitches to maneuver.
Want to send a shout out to G Loke, No Play. We appreciate you too, No Play. We appreciate you. My son contacted me today. No Play doing his thing out there.
They praying that you fall. They hope you hit the ground. I've been getting to the bag like a boxer in the gym. Got these niggas moving wacky, trying to box me when I spin. Lord forgive them. They got their minds in the wrong place. They think they winning, but they running in the wrong race. A boss when I move. These hoes pick and choose, so I give them no options. Keep them flocking to the Jews, busting stupid dope moves like Esteban B. I'm so ahead of my game, I could be a referee. About to call you niggas out. I can see you when you cheating. I can see your ribs touching, but you claiming that you eating. Me and a big guy from 6'5" will come through with them guns drew. No punchlines when it's crunch time. I'll dump mine for them like blues. They watch my moves. They jock my style. Their handshakes fake. Their eyes don't smile. That's a jewel that I drop like a chain when it pop. We could bang for this spot. I'ma die for what I got. Cause they hate to see you up. They love to see you down. They praying that you fall. They hope you hit the ground. They only see the prize, they never see the struggle. There's hate all in their eyes, but they saying that they love you. Cause they hate to see you up, they love to see you down. They pray that you fall, they hope you hit the ground. They only see the prize, they never see the struggle. There's hate all in their eyes, but they saying that they love you.
What y'all niggas know about scuffed up Timbs? Batting in the range, bent up rims, $5 buckets, bent up brims. Your boy No Play, aka Big Slim. That 6'5" slinger for real, niggas I'm him. Go ahead, get stupid, watch your life get dim. You don't really wanna go meet the reaper that's grim. Don't never think it's sweet cause I ain't bring it to him. Fuck them, what the fuck y'all thinking? I stay scheming in the back of the Lincoln with my east side homies and we smoking and drinking. Got them things in the car and we creeping the deacon. I done let some shots go, left a few niggas leaking. Police don't know shit, but my name they speaking. They ain't got no evidence, nigga, they just reaching. Cause I wasn't in New York, was in VA that weekend. No play.
They hate to see you up, they love to see you down. They praying that you fall, they hope you hit the ground. They only see the prize, they never see the struggle. There's hate all in their eyes, but they saying that they love you. Cause they hate to see you up, they love to see you down. They pray that you fall, they hope you hit the ground. They only see the prize, they never see the struggle. There's hate all in their eyes.
She was so high. Yeah. She was so high, so high. Yeah. Honey. She was so high, propane, Lucene, all white, cocaine, coke bottle for a frame. Insane, no name. Money grown around here, nigga, like Rogaine. Vegan, I'm eating my romaine. Lucia told me them honey match my denim. I got 80 stuffed up in my Marys. Scat packs, Hellcats on Hemi. They plotting, they hating, they jealous. Ran up a bag, ain't shit you could tell us. When she called, I say brief, all plain Zilla with the fella. My flow, I go retarded 7:30. Church house is early, yeah, no, you heard it. Niggas stomach rumbling, yeah, niggas hungry. I'm out here right now trying to get to this money. I'm out here right now trying to tell y'all my story. I'm from, you can die, it's a true story. I reach where I'm from, you can die, it's a true story. You can die, it's a true story. You can die, it's a true story.
Yo, My niggas, we be ballin' and we lit and we be tipping all of the strippers. My bitches, they be ballin' and they rockin' chinchillas. We ball mine leather. Bum niggas, get it together. For real, yo, chill. We don't need no fraud leeches running up our bills. Everyone my crew stay lit up in the club, acting bougie, we lit up. Just on tables, we fucked up, we lit up. Ladies, we mad, you're still looking lit up. Stressing up, patient, and not the same with us. Come be our waiter, do good, and we'll tip y'all. Tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all. Come be our waiter, do good, and we'll tip y'all. DJ play my shit, me should go off. All the niggas suck around us when she goes off. Chicks on my niggas, cause they got the sauce. Now she wanna swallow in the bathroom stall. Everybody show me love, I just pull up on them cuz. These niggas killing my buzz, I'm a legend like MJ. Killing niggas on the stage, I kick asses now, I ask questions later. I got good intentions with some bad behavior, all I know. My crew, we stay lit up in the club, acting bougie, we lit up. Dancing on tables, we fucked up, we lit up. Yo, if you mad, you're just looking lit up. Cause he ain't poppin' and not the same with us. Come be our waiter, do good and we'll tip y'all. Tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all. Come be our waiter, do good and we'll tip y'all.
I tell a bitch, look both ways before she cross the street. Cause that might be the only tip she gon' get from me. I keep the pimpin', never simpin', dog, never out of pocket. You never pull my coat, now stop it. Avion gang, get your pen, now drop it.
Turn it up, we carry on. You know what we drink, that Avion. We still surfing, better catch the wave. Do our session, get extra paid. Introducing me, it's Julius. Got bitches on me like Section 8. All of my crew stay lit up. Come be out with it, do good, we'll tip ya, tip ya.
Let's see hella lit, down in shots without a chaser. All my haters, dick riding at my fucking table. You ain't putting on this nigga, see you fucking later. Not a nation fan, you some fucking perpetrator. Everybody show me love, I just pull up on them cuz. These niggas calling my buzz, I'm a legend like MJ. Killing niggas on the stage, I kick asses now, I ask questions later. I got good intentions with some bad behavior, all I know.
My crew, we stay lit up in the club, acting bougie, we lit up. Dancing on tables, we fucked up, we lit up. Yo, if you mad, you're just looking lit up. Cause he ain't poppin' and not the same with us. Come be our waiter, do good and we'll tip y'all. Tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all. Come be our waiter, do good and we'll tip y'all. My niggas, we be ballin' and we lit and we be tipping all of the strippers. My bitches, they be ballin' and they rockin' chinchillas. We ball mine leather. Bum niggas, get it together. For real, yo, chill. We don't need no fraud leeches running up our bed. Over my crew, we stay lit up in the club, acting bougie, we lit up. Dancing on tables, we fucked up, we lit up. Yo, if you mad, you're just looking lit up. Cause he ain't poppin' and not the same with us. Come be our waiter, do good and we'll tip y'all. Tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all, tip y'all. Come be our waiter, do good and we'll tip y'all.
I see why these niggas love me, cause I'm real, I'll always keep it real. Thought you should know the deal. I see why these bitches love me. She know I'm a ride girl, I'ma stay by side. I'm gonna be put down left in a high. I see why these bitches love me, so why they tracking. I see why these bitches love me, they ring bells in me. I see why these niggas love me. Got that principle. I tell you why these niggas love me. I tell you why these niggas love me. I tell you why these bitches love me. I tell you why they checking for me. I got that Prince glow in me. That's what my bitches told me. Step out on the scene. All these niggas acting pussy cause it wants me. I ain't even tripping and I ain't complaining. Story of my life is that it changed me. This December, get the memo. I'm a ladies man by the fall. Fuck with me sis, I'll expand your mental. Take you to a place that your man won't dare go. Don't knock the shit if you ain't trying the shit. But until then, all you hoes can be quiet. See why these niggas love me. Cause I'm real, I will always keep it real. Thought you should know the deal. I tell you why these bitches love me. She know I'm a ride girl, I'ma stay by side. I'm an open book, got a mouth in a high. I tell you why these bitches love me, so why they checking. I tell you why these bitches love me, they
rings bells in me. I tell you why these niggas love me. Got that Prince flow. I tell you why these bitches, yeah. I tell you why these bitches, I tell you ready, sis. Cause this nigga is sexy right here. Nigga, is you pussy whipped? Cause my bitch is the baddest right here. Yo, don't discriminate, baby, I can have it all. I ain't far away, only one phone call. When I pull up, boom, take it off. You a blank canvas, let me fill in the colors. You can level up with me, and that's just a given. All these niggas is violate, cause they see me winning. You ain't liking this heat, nigga, get out the kitchen, cause we serving the blood for bitches and thugs. Ladies and gentlemen, they're showing me love. Down to make a nigga feel good together. I be keeping it clever, I can do this forever, cause my bitches love me. I can switch it up, be a best friend and tear that ass up. Us versus niggas, we been showing real love. Get you in the hex, and that's how you think out. Lately, I've been playing single, cause your boy is always down to mingle. Don't worry about her or him, no. Just worry about how I get this work, though. Sorry, gotta stay facts. Can't be fake and plastic like that. They say Mr. Nation done snap. Sick and tired of feeling so trapped. Hold up. Switch the gears to the max. My sex game will bring you right back. And now bet 100 stacks. You will never find a brother like Jack. Why these niggas love me? Cause I'm real. I will always keep it real. I'm sure you should know the deal. I see why these bitches love me. I should ride. I'm gonna be by your side. I see why these bitches love me. They checking. I check why these bitches love me. They ring bells in. I tell you why these bitches love me. I tell you why these bitches love me.
Yes, yes. I would like to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. Shout out to Hybrid, showing love all the time. Yes. For those of you who listen, you can go check out Sakari's Diary, my album. Yes. Coco China Doll.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
We want to shout out the Chief, Baba Lau, for dropping the knowledge that we need. But hybrids all day, all night. Hybrids all day, all night.
So, excuse me. We'll be back here tomorrow night. Same place, same time. Check us out. We're going to have another video check-in tomorrow. And we have some artists coming. I don't want to announce them yet.
No.
Until I get my emails. All right. So once I get the emails, I'll post our next show for tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. The love and the respect is so welcome. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in the chat room, showing much, much love. Shout out again to Ish Vocals, Japan Nation, Sway Go. We want to send a shout out to Code C, Blueface. Send a shout out to No Plays. Send a shout out to DJ Platinum. Y'all got some hot music out there. And all I want is nothing but hot shit. And I'm going to say
it like, hot.
All right. I want hot shit. So keep sending me some hot stuff. Keep sending me some hot music. And you guys can go and send it right here. Global Music, ENTINC@gmail.com. Send your videos, your pictures, send me your YouTube links. It's better for me to have YouTube links than your music. Even if you have your music on the YouTube link, send that to me too. All right. I want to thank all of y'all for being in the building, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.
Shout out Red Ink Magazine.
Yes. Stay tuned for Young Finesse.
All
and
right.
we out, baby.
Good night.
You know I wanna be your lady. The mood you got me in has me feeling different. Your hands so strong, your love so strong. I always find myself thinking about you. Look at me, look at you, look at me, look at you, baby. Your love is driving me crazy, crazy, crazy. You know it's driving me crazy, crazy, crazy. And everything you know that's ooh. You know your love is driving me crazy. I really wanna you know I wanna be your you know your love is driving me crazy. I really wanna be your lady. You know I wanna be your You know it's driving me so crazy, crazy, crazy. You drive me crazy,
Finesse. Huh. Whoa. Lit up by my shows. They say I'm a hold up. Yeah, man, you already know what to do. Alright, yeah. Lit up by my shows. They say I'm a monster. You think you're going far, but I'm going far. Who's going far? Diamonds changing color, wrists look like star. Please just look at my wrist. You're not welcome here. Yeah, you gotta knock first. You gotta knock up by my shows. They say I'm a monster. They call you think you're going far, but I'm going far. Yeah, I'm going far. Diamonds changing color, wrists look like starburst. Boy, look at my wrist. You're not welcome here. Yeah, you got it for knock first. When I wake up, my life still in the dream. It ain't St. Patrick's, but I get to green. Take off the ice, cause I'm starting to freeze. Purpose to start, no, I don't need a key. Go to my show, get the check, then I leave. Young Finesse got a trick up his sleeve. I am the guy, and you know that's indeed. Can't mess with raps, cause they fix for the cheese. He talking stupid, get him gone. Just stop blowing on my own. Can't you leave me alone? Better off on my own. I get a check on a regular. My cars, yeah, they looking too glamorous. Look at my car. I need you to stop testing us. Oh, yeah, you know that you scared of us. I left my drip on the floor. Oops, how many girlfriends you got? Two. That's who's your number one fan. You, all of my hunters, so what? Boo, I cannot be for no jet. Cause they shine on my fist. Ball every day, I don't miss. When I shoot my shot, they go switch. Lit up by my shows. They say I'm a monster. You think you're going far, but I'm going farther. Diamonds changing color, wrists look like starburst. You're not welcome here. Yeah, you gotta knock first. Lit up by my shows. They say I'm a monster. You think you're going far, but I'm going far. Diamonds changing color, wrists look like starburst. You're not welcome here. Yeah, you gotta knock first. Ooh. baby girl with a Birkin. I'm digging the way that she work it. That body be looking too perfect. Ooh, let me see how you twerk it. All these girls be pocket watching. Go ahead, pop it. Go ahead, drop it. Girl, don't stop it. Play no defense, gotta cross it. Diamond dripping like a footer on my show. They say I'm a monster. You think you're going far, but I'm going far. You're not going far. Change your color, wrist looks like Star Wars. You're not welcome here, yeah, you gotta knock first. They say I'm a monster,
Follow me on Instagram.
but I'm going far.
Yo, definite. Why you?
Wrist look like Starburst.